Hello, how are you doing? I am doing okay. It's my second recording of the morning, and we're doing side quests. These side quests to be specific. I already finished Amarat a while ago. They were eighth right quests anyway. I think they're part of my playthrough, so if you want to catch those, go ahead and watch the playthrough. But yeah, here we go. Oh, and this is the last coffer of the expansion, as far as I know. So, let's do this one first. No, no. Please stay back. Spare me, O finless one, from your ruthless mastications. I am too young to be eaten. Oh, you do not wish to eat me? That is well. I may have drawn premature conclusions, but this is the first time I have met one of your kind. It is somewhat terrifying experience. But now that we have established a rapport, perhaps you would be so kind as to enlighten me somewhat. Tell me of your ways and preferences. Trade is integral to cordial relations, after all. Surely you have noticed that there are many sunken ships in this region, many of which undoubtedly contain items of value. I ask that you search these wrecks and return with said items, that I might have a better understanding of what it is I and others should scavenge. Oh, they're all over the place. Okay. There we go. I don't believe I've ever been any. Hey. Task at hand. First and foremost. Oh my god. I forgot about those things. Okay. Ah, the ravenous-looking finless one returns, and with the items of value I requested, I hope. Fascinating, most fascinating. I had no idea such curiosities held value for you and yours. Even this mishappening thing. How very odd. You have given me great insight into your culture, Finless One. I may soon be ready to engage in commercial trade with others of your kind, and secure great profits for the Ondo. Oh, but how rude of me. For your service you must be rewarded, yes? And with my newfound knowledge of what it is you covered most deeply, I can compensate you appropriately, I should think. Hold on a moment, my friendly friendless one. I have another request to make of you, this time for a friend who foolishly sought to slay a formidable stingray on his own, only to limp back home after being struck by a poisonous barb. It has been an all too familiar refrain as of late. Time and time again we Cole find ourselves overmatched by our foes in this now waterless realm of ours. You, however, should find it easy to slay this stingray and secure its skin, no? Of course you will. Should you succeed in this endeavor, I ask that you deliver the skin to a leatherworker of ours. Thank you in advance. Finless one. Well met, honored guest. Are you in need of guidance? What a fine skin this is. Of surpassing quality indeed. You procured this in the place of a young coal hunter, you say. Interesting. Such materials are ever in high demand both for their durability, for their beauty. Tools, equipment, decorative accessories, all manner of products may utilize good skin. Speaking of which, a little while ago I finished fashioning some new pieces. Perhaps you could take one up to Nash Cole on my behalf. My thanks to you. Welcome back, Finless One. You look well. I trust you got the better of that stingray I told you about. Oh, what do we have here? Another of the leatherworker's masterpieces in for me? Marvelous. Such works of art are certain to fetch a high price from a finless trader. Aye, that is right. I have continued to study commercial trends and so forth, that I might build a more successful business enterprise moving forward. Though I do realize that it would be foolhardy to do so by imposing upon your goodwill in excess. I am rather fond of the night sky, I must admit. Ever since I returned, I have taken to sneaking ashore to gaze up at the stars. They are comforting, like the gentle lights in the depths. You gave us the gift of dark, did you not? We shall treasure it always, honored guests. See you the portal high above? 'Tis work of the ancients, like many structures scattered about that we Ondu have since made our own. Alas, in the absence of the flowing waters, I cannot reach my home as easily as before. If only I had a device or tool to aid in climbing up and down. The bones of a great sea beast might be useful to this end. Such creatures are not wont to linger in a single place and are difficult to track, but they have been sighted not far from the cups on occasion. As a Cole, I have no chance of defeating these creatures. Cole, but you are not hampered by the lack of water. There is a trench to the northwest from which they sometimes emerge. Will you go and slay one of these beasts for their bones? You cast about looking for a great beast of the sort described by Soros Call, but you see nothing. Ah, the Finless one. Did you manage to find one of the beasts I described? Thank you, my friend. Thank you. With these bones, I can fashion a ladder to return to my home. It lies beyond that portal, as do homes of many of the other Cole. There we rest upon beds of softest seaweed. These highest alcoves are for we youths who have yet to be granted eggs. Only the ocean who have and who have been deemed worthy of this honor may live in the lower levels. Those in the deepest depths are reserved for the clutch mother and other female Ondo, as well as the most esteemed elders of our people. Needless to say, the Cole have struggled greatly to adapt to this world without water, though it would be far better were it to return. With this new ladder we can at least travel it to and from our beds that much more easily. Okay. So strange it is to see a finless one in our realm, but since you are here, perhaps you can offer us aid. A spearfisher of ours has been away for some time, too long by half. I fear he may be struggling in this newly waterless world of ours. You, however, thrive in such environments. If he is injured or worse, then I should be grateful if you would go and render aid. Forgive me for this sudden request, but I must ask that you search for him north of the Norvent Stoke. So fucking cool. This place looks so good with the new graphics. Thieving scoundrels. Where did you come from, Finless One? One second. Okay. Crush Olin sent you? Ah, how embarrassing. I am present and accounted for, as you can well see. However, the foodstuff I had procured are not. A wily miscreant snatched them from my grasp not long before you arrived. I speak of those Ondo who refuse to treat with outsiders. They number many, and will not hesitate to steal and murder if it suits them. Till I catch more game to make up for that which I lost, I dare not return home. Take that which I still have back with you to Quesh on and tell him of my plight. My thanks to you, Finless One. You are returned, but alone. What of our spearfisher? What has become of him? Wayland by thieves. That is unfortunate. But I am glad to hear he is unharmed, and that he managed to retain a portion of his catch. Do not mistake our misguided brethren for black-hearted villains. They but struggle to survive in our changing realm, and I remain hopeful that one day they may see the error of their ways. We have all lost much in the wake of the flood, Ondo and Finless ones both, yet we dare not let our loss define us or lead us onto wicked ways. You too have overcome much hardship in your life, have you not? But you have not been broken by the weight. Stay strong, friend, and accept this with my thanks. Actually, let me check something. Is his shop in Amarat? I didn't know that. Dang. There's a trader there. Anyway. Greetings, honored guests. Could you perchance lend old Ando a hand with a troublesome hunt? Dagons pose a threat to you. Be young and infirm, for they disguise themselves as rocks and ambush their prey to feed. They must be culled for the good of all, but I alone cannot see this done. Therefore, I would ask you to help me in slaying the meddlesome pests. A trio should suffice. Come and see me when you have finished. Say more no, honored. Say no more, honored guest. The dragons are dead. I can smell the blood on you. Like the Ondo, they too seek this shelter in the ancient ruins. It is a regrettable state of affairs that we must ever strive to keep their numbers in check, else they drive us out of hearth and home. It will only be more difficult to do so in the absence of water, but such is our life now. There is naught to be gained from pinning for what was lost. We would be grateful for any knowledge of hunting you can share. Perhaps the others have told you already, but we are unaccustomed to dispatching prey on dry land. I see. I might have to fix that, but for now it's okay. Oh, I see. Greetings, Finis One, and thank you. Others may be distressed by the change you have wrought, but I consider this the opportunity of a lifetime, an opportunity to savor the fruits of the land. Quite literally, in fact, for I wish to make oranges. So delicious are the ones we have purchased from traders, full of surprisingly sour sweetness. I kept the seeds of the one I supped upon, and now that the sea has been parted, I can at least try my hand at agricultural endeavors. Or I would, if I knew aught of it. What exactly is agriculture, anyway? So you bury the seeds in the earth, and with the aid of the sunlight, it grows into a tree? Not unlike kelp, then. Well, we certainly do not want for earth here, that much I can say. We will need a substitute for the sunlight, though. Fortunately, I already have something in mind. Come with me and see for yourself. It is not far. Due east of the cups. Come, come. Oh, striking dummies. Wait. This is, or was, a variety of feather star, a creature that swimmers with the radiance of a flowered in bloom. Alas, in the absence of water, it is rather less radiant than I remember. No need to say it. I know this will not do, but worry not. I know of another possible solution. Follow me to the northwest, past where the dry return. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna have to live with the fact that I wish they would fix it so that the skirts don't do that on mounts, man. I swear to God. But I guess that's just the physics. Alright. See this white amone and the starfish which resides above it? Both radiate a gentle light to lure fish that they might feast. Surely this will serve for our purposes. The light looks a little weak. Oh, is it now? I rather thought it was. So be it. I do have one final idea, though. It is a bit far, so let us return to the cups. I must apologize, Finmas the One, for making you walk hither to no end. I can only hope that this third option will meet your approval. It is far, far below and far a ways to the west besides. Mind your footing and take care not to slip. There we go. Behold, is it not wondrously bright? So many illustrious plants filling the cavern with their light. Surely there is no better place for us to plant our orange seeds. No, this just might work. Huzzah, I knew it, and with a little more light the oranges will grow as plump and juicy as they would on land. I cannot thank you enough in this one, but I aim to try. Let us return to the cups at once. You are too kind, my friend, accompanying me all over in my quest to find a second son for my beloved oranges. We may not know for some time if the flora and fauna of the sea can provide enough light, but I look forward to finding out. Most Ando have never known the joy that is a juicy orange, but one day they will. I shall have an orchard, and every Ando shall feast on its fruits. In this one, is it true that on shore your people treat your food with fire to make it last longer? Aha, I thought so. You see, ever since the waters withdrew, our food stuff has become more prone to rot and decay. Something about exposure to air, I suspect. With this in mind, we thought we might try to mimic your fire-assisted methods. We prepared a cockpot, which we cast into the sea, but despite our best efforts to replicate your techniques, the result was quite disappointing. As a finless one, surely you were more capable of making this so-called stew. You might take this trilobite meat and place it into the cockpit as we observe. It would be most educational. The others are gathered atop the rise to the east. You will forgive me for keeping my distance. I have yet to grow accustomed to the heat of the flames. You deposit the meat into the bubbling broth, and all that remains is to wait. The makeshift stew appears to have been cooked long enough. Whether or not it will meet the Ondo's approval, however, remains to be seen. In this one, you come to show us how stew is made. Oh, take this. I almost went back without taking the stew. Is the stew ready yet in this one? Ah, so hot it is, like boiling currents near the deep water vents. But it must be this hot, else the meat will spoil, yes? I see. So fearful of the heat we were we that we did not consider cooking it longer, but now we know. Thank you for teaching us, Finless One. Take with you a portion of the stew back to Bolsh, that he may savor the taste for himself. Well, were you able to educate the others, Finless One? How hot it is, yet delicious. To think such wonders could be born of deadly fire. Thank you for teaching us the proper methods. The finless traders speak of darkened skies untouched by accursed light. Perhaps this means the lifeless depths may one day be reclaimed as well. Help me, Finless One, help me. You people in their baffling ways have me at a complete and utter loss. A friend of mine, Hush Owen, wished to engage in trade with Finless Ones. Grain or shellfish, a simple exchange, sure to profit both parties. However, the sack which my friend procured to collect from the shore was filled not with grain but with gravel. He felt so betrayed and now refuses to treat with finless ones altogether. So distressing he is of each and every one. But it makes no sense to me. What would finless one gain from this skullduggery? Or was there a misunderstanding? Can your kind eat gravel as easily as grain? No, I thought not. But then why did the finless youth give my friend gravel instead of the promised grain? Makes no sense. Will you go and speak with the Misto woman with whom he brokered the deal? She is Mosha Oa Moa of right. I would like very much to hear her explanation, perhaps. It is a mere misunderstanding. But until I know more, it is difficult to know what to think. God, swear to God. There we go. Well, if it isn't Yo, still alive and kicking, are we? Right, enough small talk. You're here for a reason, I'm sure. On behalf of the Ondo trader, you say? Is there anyone you don't know? Anyway, the arrangements was simple. Grain for shells. I could turn it in. I could in turn resell as raw materials for jewelers. But on the day of the exchange, no one came, so I assumed it was off. Wicked White. So some young duels are to blame for this, getting there ahead of me and swindling the poor Ondo out of their goods. I hate to impose upon you like this, but since you're on such good terms with them, would you return to Ondo and explain what happened, and that I'd be willing to trade with them again if they are so inclined? Offer them this as an expression of my sincerest regret for what happened. I know their kind is awfully fond of our oranges, so hopefully it'll soften the blow. It's not exactly feasible for me to travel all the way to Ondo Cups, so if you're willing, I'll be grateful. Nope. The Finless One returns. Did you manage to speak with the Misto woman? An orange. How deliciously sweet they are. Would that I could keep it for myself, but it is better that I do not. My friend should be the one to savor this delicacy. Having lost his goods to these young children, I only hope he will not hesitate to trade with the people of right again. Fare you well. Wait a minute. Ah, dude. That's so cool. A little weird looking, but cool. Well, if it is not a finless one, spare a moment for a frail honored guest, if you would. We Yondo are the caretakers of these and other ancient ruins. Ours is a dangerous lot, for there are many creatures of the sea that would drive us from this place and take up residence in our stead. Thus, we must clad ourselves in armor to shield our bodies from their blows. The scales of the Amphithania are one such material we use to fashion our equipment. Slay one and bring to me its scales that I might help our young Cole live to see tomorrow. They are opportunistic predators, preferring to remain concealed until they sense the presence of potential prey. Use this crab meat to lure one out of hiding, and then befuddle its senses with this shimmering orb. Oh, I don't have this on. Fuck. Yeah, Sage without Cardia is very hard, and Cardia is usually reserved for um, like the tank. So Sages are very glass heavy, like defense low sort of deal. But I could have just used my heals and I probably would have survived, but hey, hindsight's 2020. God damn. Yeah, I can totally do this. Ooh. Okay. I can totally tank as a sage. That is cool. Ah, the Finless Hunter. Have you brought the scales I seek? Very good, very good. These are just the sort we will need to make strong strout armor for the younglings. Once we would have shirked such measures, cumbersome and weighty as they are, but we must adapt to life outside of water, which means utilizing the methods the Finless ones favor. dokie. Where is it? Okay. Well, I'm gonna call it here. Thanks for watching. As always, I will see you in the next one. Appreciate you. And have a good morning. Or night, whenever you're watching this. Peace.